Survival is the ultimate test of human strength, courage, and willpower. Today, we'll uncover some of the most unbelievable survival stories ever recorded. Moments when ordinary people faced impossible odds and won. 1. Aron Ralston, the man who cut off his own arm. In 2003, 27-year-old Aron Ralston went hiking alone in the Blue John Canyon, Utah. While climbing, a massive boulder shifted, pinning his right arm against the canyon wall. For 5 long days, he was trapped with almost no water, slowly realizing that no one was coming to save him. Out of desperation, Aron made a decision that would horrify most of us. With a dull multi-tool, he amputated his own arm just below the elbow. Bleeding, dehydrated, and in shock, he rappelled down a 20-meter cliff and hiked several kilometers before finding help. Aron's story inspired the film 127 Hours and remains one of the most famous examples of sheer determination. 2. The Andes Flight Disaster, 1972. In October 1972, a plane carrying 45 passengers, including a rugby team from Uruguay, crashed in the Andes Mountains. Stranded in freezing temperatures at over 3,600 meters, the survivors endured extreme hunger, avalanches, and hopelessness. With no rescue in sight, they made a grim decision. To survive, they had to consume the bodies of their deceased friends. After 72 days, 2 of the survivors, Nando Parado and Roberto Canessa, trekked across the mountains for 10 days to find help. In total, 16 people were rescued. Their courage and heartbreaking choices remain legendary. 3. Julian Kepka, falling from the sky. On Christmas Eve 1971, 17-year-old Julian Kepke was flying over the Peruvian rainforest when her plane was struck by lightning. The aircraft disintegrated midair, and Julianne fell from a height of 3 kilometers, still strapped to her seat. Miraculously, she survived with broken bones and deep cuts. Alone in the jungle, Julianne relied on survival skills her father had taught her. She followed streams, avoided dangerous animals, and after 11 days, stumbled upon a group of local lumberjacks who saved her life. Her story is nothing short of miraculous. 4. Stephen Callahan, lost at sea in 1982, sailor. Stephen Callahan was crossing the Atlantic Ocean when his boat was struck and sunk by a whale. Alone in a small inflatable raft, he survived for 76 days adrift at sea. He caught fish, collected rainwater, and endured blistering heat and shark-infested waters. Using his ingenuity, he patched leaks, rationed food, and never gave up hope. When a group of fishermen finally rescued him, he had lost a third of his body weight, but gained the admiration of survival experts worldwide. 5. Joe Simpson and Simon Yates, touching the void. In 1985, climbers Joe Simpson and Simon Yates attempted to ascend Ciula Grande in the Peruvian Andes. On the descent, Joe fell and broke his leg. Simon tried to lower him down using a rope, but after a series of near-fatal slips, Simon was forced to cut the rope to save himself. Joe plummeted into a crevasse but miraculously survived. He crawled and limped for 3 days without food or water, eventually reaching camp. Their story is told in the gripping documentary Touching the Void. 6. Mauro Prosperi, lost in the Sahara Desert. During the 1994 Marathon des Sables, an ultra-marathon across the Sahara Desert, Italian athlete Mauro Prosperi got lost in a sandstorm. With limited supplies, he drank his own urine, ate insects, and sought shade in abandoned shrines. After 9 days of wandering, dehydrated and weak, he was found by a nomadic family who saved his life. Mauro's resilience and survival instinct are beyond inspiring. 7. Harrison O'Keefe, trapped under the sea. In 2013, Nigerian cook Harrison O'Keefe was working on a tugboat when it capsized and sank 30 meters underwater. Trapped in an air pocket inside the wreck, Harrison survived for 60 hours in complete darkness, drinking Coca-Cola and hoping for a miracle. Against all odds, a rescue diver found him alive. His survival is considered one of the greatest underwater rescue stories ever. 8. Beck Weathers, surviving Everest's deadly storm. In May 1996, climber Beck Weathers was caught in a deadly blizzard on Mount Everest that claimed the lives of 8 climbers. Left for dead, he spent nearly 24 hours in sub-zero conditions with severe frostbite. But Beck somehow woke up, walked back to camp, and was airlifted to safety. He lost both hands and his nose to frostbite, but lived to tell his incredible story. 9. Hugh Glass, the Revenant Story. In 1823, American frontiersman Hugh Glass was mauled by a grizzly bear, left for dead by his companions, and had no weapons or food. Crawling over 320 kilometers back to civilization, he survived on roots, berries, and sheer willpower. His tale inspired the Oscar-winning movie The Revenant. 10. Ada Blackjack, the Forgotten Survivor, in 1921. Ada Blackjack, an Inuit woman, joined an expedition to Wrangel Island in the Arctic. After the rest of her team died from starvation or illness, Ada survived alone for months, hunting with makeshift traps and enduring the frozen wilderness. When rescuers finally arrived, they found a brave woman who had defied death itself. These stories remind us of the incredible resilience of the human spirit. When faced with impossible odds, the will to survive can move mountains or climb them. If these stories amazed you, subscribe to the Anything channel for more incredible tales of survival.